Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I am Autumn Druid and this is my little creative village that I have used as a way to learn to build in Minecraft. I don't get heaps of time to build as I'm a mum with a couple of kids, but while they're sleeping I create. So hopefully you guys will follow along and see my progress over the last 8 months or so. Okay, so this is my dock. The dock I have recently completed. It's not complete, I'm lying. It got started over the weekend and I've put some details in. Still much more to come, but it's looking pretty fabulous. We now have a cat coming to join us. He thinks I'm talking to him. This here is my little fisherman's hut. It is a pretty simple little build, but I quite like the details and all the landscaping with it. Did my first ever little custom tree, which looks like crap without the better leaves texture pack on. It's got a little farming plot. Here we have my little town centre. So this is like the first ever things I built for this village. So we've got some shoddy roofs that I'm not going to bother improving anything here. I feel it's a good way to see how I've progressed as I've learnt. And here we have my escapee. He belongs in the cobbler and he escaped. And he is now wandering around on the roofs. No idea how he got there. So we have cobbler, the herbalist, honey shop, library, brewery, little library extension. This is my little, it says cobbler. It's my little cobbler. And I don't know, I just really like the vibe of it. Now there was a villager in here, but he has since escaped out of his cell. This is one of my more recent houses. It's my llama collection. Here we have my library. Nice little moody vibe. Random iron golem that keeps getting stuck in here. I've got study area, seating. We have a herbalist, armourer, there's the bee shop. So these ones I built pretty early on in my village process. This is my brewery, potion shop. And so there's a couple of dudes living in here. I don't need any more escapees today, so they can stay. This build here is a tutorial I followed by Mythical Sausage. And it's bigger than the rest of my houses, but one day they'll blend in once I build more. So it's like a steampunk style house, and it's got some really cool features, heaps of details. So this is created by Mythical Sausage, and he makes some stunning things. Really easy to follow tutorials. I just thought it suited the vibe. goes with my different things. That villager has gotten up on the roof. What does he think is up here? You are supposed to be in your house. Yes. Yes, you. There's nothing worse than villagers. Speaking of villagers, this is Alaric. He's my mending villager that I don't need per se, because this is a creative world. But I wanted to keep him. Made him this little shack. And he escaped. So as punishment, he lives in a boat. And he's got some friends looking after him. And if we go all the way over here to this tower, this is the first thing I ever built. It's very textured, and that's about the extent of it. It's got not much detail interior wise. It's got all the detail of the external walls. But this was probably the first half decent thing that I ever made. So I'm quite pleased with that. And over here we have my walls with my towers. So I was quite pleased with the effort that I've made with these. I'm thinking of putting a castle in here. It's not a huge space, but should work pretty well if I can figure out a good compact design. I'm quite pleased with how these guys have turned out. They're not overly detailed, still need a bit of work, but the more I learn, the better everything gets. This one here is just a work in progress that I'm not overly happy with. This is going to be like a gate house leading to the invisible castle. So hopefully I can figure out something that I like that's not making me overly happy. So this is the gist of this part of the village, and he is still, I don't even know how he got up here. He's going the right way towards death. So this is my village centre. I think it'll always be a work in progress, just like as anything in Minecraft. Just trying to try new things, make things prettier. I dare say in time this area will be surrounded by things that make this look like the slums, I would imagine. I've got a lot of space to work with. Got all around here, all that mountain, all through that tiger. Lots of blank space here. That's my blacksmith. This will be stables eventually, once I get a chance. This here is my little dock tower. Then a lighthouse will go down the end, and that way, ships that come in Don't get lost, don't get stuck. Alright, here we have a sneaky peek of my build on the server. I did create this before I rebuilt it on the server, so since then I have upgraded my towers. So this one's just a bit of fence with some glass on top. It's pretty cool at night because there is a sea lantern in there. But this is my magical university. So it is elemental. This is the earth element. And we can see, you know, the grass roof and the wood that kind of complements it. Over on this side is the air element, which is the latest part I have completed on the server. So it's got soulfire, again, glass roof. Haven't changed any of these. Thought I'd just leave it for the server. Made with warp wood and quartz. Here we have the water element, and this one is a little bit different to the server. Got a water curtain to get in, and I didn't recreate that exactly the same. But icy roof, again, a glass tower. And then this is a little sneaky peek. This one I'm yet to build on the server. This is the fire element. So I've picked up bits from the nether, the crimson wood, set the roof on fire, and this has got the upgraded tower. So this is what you've seen on any posts that I've done on Instagram. Right, and now here we are at my 1.17 area. This is my little 250 milestone that I made to thank all my followers on Instagram for 250. Made that with mostly new blocks. Each one, you know, a different theme, but they make up the numbers 250. Then over here is the beginnings of my creations for 1.17 stuff. I've been in a little bit of a creative rut recently, so when I'm in a rut, I tend to follow tutorials to get more skills. So this is another mythical sausage and cute little starter house with some goats, but they jump, so they're fully locked in goat prison. So I didn't really want them escaping. I did spawn a whole lot that are running around somewhere, along with some axolotls. A little pink one. And this one here, I created this myself. It took a bit of trial and error. I hated a lot of what I'd done, but it came out really good. Especially I love standing here and just looking through this little archway at the snowy hills. It's got a really cool vibe to it. This deep slate is such a cool block, and I can see it being used lots. And we're going to skirt around that building on that side. It's not finished. And here is, when I was really in a rut, I did another tutorial from Mythical Sausage. As you can see, there's a common theme. I really do like his builds. But just getting ideas, learning how to do different shapes and sizes of buildings. And I really like this one. It's a starter house, but it's massive. I love a good massive house. Hasn't been finished yet. I've only just worked on it over the weekend. I love just the space. It would make a really good real house, to be honest. Massive ceilings, heaps of detail, and there's even a little tower that I made out of deep slate. the original tutorial was when 1.16 came out, so I was using the warped. So I've jazzed it up with some copper and deep slate just to kind of make it match these two. So this eventually will be a bit of a bustling village. Hopefully I can make it look cool. Perhaps bring some other colours in. It's very blue, grey and bricky, but kind of has like a moody vibe compared to the colour and brightness that's over here. So that is about it, really. It's not a huge place, but I'm proud of my progress from only been playing for 8-9 months. So we're getting there. Well, thank you everyone for watching my video. My baby is now awake, so it's time to sign off. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked it. Thank you.